Morning. Welcome to day 10 of my 21-day Mastering My Money Mindset Challenge. So today what I want to explore with you is finding forgiveness around some of the money trauma in your life. So here's what happens when, say, you have an emotionally upsetting experience with, one of your family members or something like that. When in your background, it could be in your child, you could have witnessed something that you saw your parents do, or it might have been even an experience where you asked your parents for a loan and they said no, whatever. So I want you to think of a specific experience that you have around money that is very traumatic in terms of dealing with another person. Maybe you feel like they ripped you off, or you loaned someone money and they couldn't give it back to you, or they didn't give it back to you, or you asked your parents for a loan and they wouldn't give it to you, whatever. What we want to do is, it's really important to heal any of our lower vibrating energy around money, because anything that keeps us in a lower vibrating state is going to it's going to keep a ceiling over our head in terms of the amount of money that we're going to allow to enter into our life. And it was really funny because I remember working with a business coach years ago. And I said to her, I made a comment about the fact that I'm like, oh yeah, my mom was a total hard ass when it came to money. And she said to me, she said, so was she a hard ass or was she doing her job? And I was like, ouch. It wasn't fun to have to admit that. And I was like, she goes, now maybe she might have been able to deliver the message in kind of a softer, kinder way, but, she was doing her job. So what I want you to do is I want you to think of an experience that you have around money that's been very upsetting to you, dealing with another person, and I want you to step into the other person's shoes and see if you could come up with a positive storyline for why they might have done that. So for me, one of the exercises, when I had to do this exercise, when I graduated high school, I immediately had to start paying rent when I was living with my parents, and I was going to college. And so I kind of felt that that was a little bit of a burden, things like that, but whatever. Again, it's my coach, my business coach, ringing in my ear saying, they were doing their job, teaching me how to be independent and stand on my own 2 feet financially. Well, when my sister graduated college, my mom actually decided to raise my rent and said that I now needed to pay as much as she was going to pay because I had set myself up so well with regard to paying for college. And what I mean by that is that I was working full-time at a hospital, and they reimbursed 75% of the tuition as long as I, got a B or better. I think that's what it was. As well as I joined the military, the U.S. Army Military Intelligence Reserve Corps, which gave me a monthly stipend for the GI Bill, which helped as well. So between the two of them, I was, it was basically covering my college. So when I did this exercise, what I did was step into my mother's shoes and say, okay, well, Christine was so smart and savvy to be able to figure out a solution to pay for her college. She can handle this up leveling in the rent that she's paying. So I turned it around to coming from a place of where I was viewed as someone as strong and heroic or whatever. It's really about changing your narrative, right? So if we get stuck in victim stories from the past, it doesn't serve us moving forward in the future. So, we always have the ability to reinterpret or recast, reframe an experience from our past to better serve us. And it was interesting. I was watching that movie, Gatsby, the new one, the second version, not with Robert Redford, but with Leonardo DiCaprio. And in the movie, Tobey Maguire says to Leonardo DiCaprio, you can't rewrite the past. And, Leonardo DiCaprio says, kind of smiles and laughs, and he says, well, of course you can. And so it really is true in terms of you can rewrite your past in terms of the story and the narrative that you choose to reframe it from, because usually those experiences from the past, we experience them and have created them from a place of victimhood But if you really want to be empowered, what you do is you go back to that experience and you figure out how to reframe it so that you come out a victor, you come out stronger and esteemed. So it's all about the meaning you place on it, and it's totally within your purview. It's totally within your ability to recast your past to serve you so that you can thrive in the future and move beyond just surviving. So I hope you found value in this exercise. I hope you really do it, and I hope you really take the time to step into that other person's shoes, look at it from a new perspective, and recast the story into a story that serves you, that can propel you forward into victory and success. I look forward to hearing your responses. Thanks. Take care. Bye.